touch me.
So you can introduce yourself? Yeah. Go ahead. They don't know. If you do that shit again, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. I'm gonna actually fuck your ass up, and you got a big ass too. Don't fuck with me. Now, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name?
This nigga fried.
Hey, let go, bro. Look at what he's doing. Look what he's doing. What is your name? All right, I'm posting this, by the way. I'm not leaving this for myself. So if you want to keep doing this to yourself, and I'm promoting it too, so everyone can see. What is your name? What's your name? Huh?
Look at what they did, dude.
What do they do? Are you gonna introduce yourself?
See all this freaking construction?
Then are you gonna introduce yourself?
Huh? Oh snap! I didn't even realize. Hello.
Yeah. Why do you think he's acting like that? Yo, what are you doing?
Yo, you know that one scene from Fast and Furious?
Yeah, that's
where he
what
looks at the guy. Where he
Yes.
looks at the girl. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, you know what you should do for Halloween? We should all be Kill Bill.
What?
Azarath Metreon Certos. Hola, sorry about that. I'm back. I'm not gonna lie. I know I keep wearing this thing that you see on my head. We don't even have to explain. It's we know what it is. Okay. I would take it off, but my hair is not done. My dreads, they're not dreading yet, and I want it to be like a little surprise. You know what I'm saying? We can't reveal it yet. It gotta be stayed on the low. I hope you guys can see my face. Damn, it is thundering. I'm not gonna lie. Happy July 4th, by the way. It is raining a lot. Now, I was supposed to go to this party for one of my friends, but for some reason, she hasn't gotten back to me yet. She's the one that invited me, by the way. She invited me, and she hasn't done anything yet. So yeah, all right. Now we went to this convention in New Jersey, and not New Jersey, in Stone Mountain, near that area, and I was like, it was kind of, like an anime convention. We saw like Berserk, and then we saw like the monster manga, and we saw like all these things. I was like, it was kind of like a mini Comic-Con, but for anime. And I was like, yeah, it's alright, like, why are we here for real? But like, when we walked down the aisles and stuff, like, I saw Berserk, and I was like, never mind, this is fun now. And look at this little thing that I got from there. Look, you see it? Look, it's cool. It's like Guts and Nosferatu Zod. You ate Queen of W. Convention thing. It's pretty cool. And I got volume 4 for the deluxe edition. As you guys know, I love Berserk. My favorite story of all time. Love it to death. I was gonna make a video on it, and I guess today could be that day because we went out and we got it. Now, I didn't record that much, but it was fun though. It was fun. I just didn't really want to. I didn't want to like ruin the hangout or anything by like recording all of it. So I kind of recorded some of it. You know what I mean? I wanted to keep it, minimalistic as possible. But I'm not gonna lie. I was reading volume 4 or the deluxe version where Griffith he sacrifices the Band of the Hawk. And whatchamacallit, I was just like wondering, like, what made I understand, he sees his comrades as like stepping stones, as like individual like leveling of the stepping stones to get to where he needs to be, a kingdom to call his own. But I just don't understand the lack of remorse that he shared, the desperation that he was gnawing at when he made his final decision to sacrifice the Band of the Hawk. He sacrificed all of them. Like, all right, he got a vision of his past, his present, and his future. There we go, boom. You know what I mean? And it was on his own free will. It's not like the God hand forced him necessarily. Now, I would say they did persuade him in some way by showing him glimpses of his dream. But at the same time, it was on his own accord. You know what I mean? Like Griffith, altogether, I mean, he's very ambitious, very prideful. Like when I read his character again, when I reread his character, he is a person that is not swayed by I guess you could say, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this drive that bro has. It's like he would give up anything for his dream. And I respect anybody like that, but he's on a whole nother level. It's not like a healthy, alright, Thunder, relax. You hear that out there? Look at, hold on, not even trying to cut myself out. Look at what's going on outside. Look at that. You see that? Can you even see that? I can't extend it too far, but it's like raining a lot outside, bro. I can't show you a lot of my, oh god, I can't, it's federal. But anyways, as I was saying, I just don't really I don't understand how he could be so, how could he could be less like so, what is that word, the opposite of empathy? So not sympathy. What is it? I forgot, what is the opposite of empathy? I forgot what it was. But how can he be just so emotionless? Oh, apathy. There we go. Apathy. Especially when he becomes the God Hand. You know what I mean? I don't know much about we don't know really much about the God Hand in terms of like their decisions. They just go off of causality, which is basically like fate. So we don't really necessarily know like what their thought process is. They just do the thing. They just do the things when they need to be done. But it's like Griffith had a choice. He had a choice. He could have stayed where he was. You know what I mean? Sure, I mean, if I was Griffith and I was tortured for years and I'm dwindled down but to a skeleton, then I see it. But it's like, do you know how much it takes to get to the God Hand? You have to, first of all, if you guys don't know, if you guys don't read Berserk, which a lot of you probably don't, what the God Hand basically is it's like this like demonic angel-like being that basically get picked by the behemoth. It's a different type of behemoth. Griffith, which is basically like a pathway to this other dimension, basically this key to another dimension. And all of the God Hand, and there's 5 members. There's Griffith, Conrad, Void. I forgot the rest. The girl with the tentacles, and the guy that does this. The one that him. Like there's 3 other members, but they all were humans before, and they all had to sacrifice people that were dear to them. Like you have to, in order to become a God Hand, you have to sacrifice somebody that you love the most. Like say your mother, your father, your sister, your best friend, or kind of like what Griffith did. His whole time fucking been in the heart. His whole group of mercenaries, because that's what they were. They were mercenary. They were a mercenary group. His whole mercenary group. He sacrificed all of them. That is trim. That's brazy. You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand. I understand that he's ambitious, and there was some pride there as well. You know what I mean? Because Guts, he left to pursue his own goal. He doesn't want to be buried under Griffith's dream. He wants to be his own man. That's the thing about Berserk. That's why I love Berserk so much. It's because it's not just about the hardship. You know, sure, you see a lot of, you know, rapey stuff and all that. And, you know, if you don't read between the seams, it might seem like it's just kind of like Metamorphosis. Do not read that book. One of the most graphic slop that I've ever read. It has no substance like Berserk does. But some of the things that happen in Berserk, like, you know, all the disturbing things, you know, like the eclipse, the horse, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. A lot of that stuff happens for a reason. It's substance. It builds on character. It reveals character, like it revealed Griffith, and it built Guts up in his journey. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like stories that do bad with substances like that is like, again, Metamorphosis. I'm not even gonna explain what the story's about. Just know it's about this high school girl, and she gets dabbled to some little things. You know what I mean? But like that story, Metamorphosis, is just a slop fest of trauma. The author, the mangaka, whatever it's called, literally said that it was just he just made it just to make it. There was no reason. He just did it. I feel like you would have to have a reason to do that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, at least he didn't make it anything bigger than what it was. You know? But it's like I couldn't finish that book, bro. I'm sorry. I could not finish that book. I could read Berserk because again, there's substance to it. There was a there was a there was a goal in mind. But with stories like Metamorphosis, it's just little like slop. Literally, it's just it lacks substance. That's why it's so disturbing. It doesn't. There's nothing good that comes out of it in the end. It all ends terribly. Just know, I'll just say this, okay? I'm not gonna say anything else. Just know it ends off with this high school girl. She gets pregnant, and she gets bullied, right? And these boys or whatever, I heard, they like stomp on her belly, and it's like, yeah. It's crazy. It's like I would never wish that story on anyone, like dead ass. You know what I mean? But, anyways, I digress. The thing about Griffith, when I really analyze him psychologically, I understand how he feels a sense of betrayal because he's a very prideful man. You know, he fights for what he has, what he wants. You know what I mean? Like his kingdom, the Banner of the Hawk. You know what I mean? He tramples over bodies. He sees everyone as like a stepping stone. As bad as that might sound, that's how he sees them as. He cares for them, of course, especially Guts. The hatred that he has for him, it comes from love. You can't form hatred if you can't form it out of love. You can't form hatred out of nothing. You can't hate a random person. You have to hate someone that you love, I feel like. Because love and hate are not the opposite. They're two of the same thing, you know what I mean? So you can't hate somebody unless you love them first, you know what I mean? But like, I understand, in a way, Griffith's hate for Guts, I guess. Hate. You know what I mean? Because he's viewed Guts as like this fuel to keep on going. He literally said that out of thousands of comrades and tens of thousands of enemies, you are the only one that made me forget my dream. Literally. Guts inherently triggered the eclipse. He's the one that triggered Griffith to his breaking point. Griffith sees it's like a toxic relationship, basically. It's only fueled off of toxicness. Griffith feels that he cannot live without Guts because this is the first time in his life that he feels like he has, I guess you could say, no purpose, I guess. Like not no purpose. How do I say this? Like in a way, something that can halt his reasoning. And that's Guts. You know what I mean? Because after Guts left, he fell apart, you know? Like he fell apart. If you read the story, you'll know what I mean. Like, you gotta read the story, bro. The story is magnificent. Like, I'm telling you, I only love the best of the best stories. It's very rare where you see me loving a story like that, where you see me repping a story like that. Like, I never thought when my friend Godfrey, shout out to him, he was the one in the video in the beginning. No, that slapped the fuck out of the big forehead guy, him. But when he showed me that, cause it was a few years ago. I was like a sophomore, right? I was like a sophomore in high school, and I was in my manga arc, like reading manga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Monster and like Vagabond. You know, reading those the seinen stuff. You know what I mean? I was getting into the seinen stuff. This is before I watched Villain Saga, before I read Berserk, and like he showed me basically, and before I read what's that one manga I like too? Not Jargon. Jargon is good too. You should read Jargon. I don't know if they have no, they don't have an adaptation for that. I don't think they can adapt it. What's it called? What is the manga called? Oh, Homunculus. There we go. That's a good story too. I recommend that as well. If you like identity, basically. I like stories that involve like identity, purpose, passion, like self-growth. I like stories like that. Again, like Berserk, like Homunculus, like Vagabond, that have to do with identity. You know what I mean? I love those stories. But whatchamacallit? Give me a story about those 3 things or 4 things that I said, or 5, I don't know how much I said. And I will dive deep into that book like no tomorrow. That's why I love Berserk, because it's about growth. Berserk is about growth. It's not just about like hardship. It's about growing through the hardship. Why is Guts here? What is his causality? What is his fate? Can he overcome his fate? Can he overcome what he was destined to be? Because he was destined to die. That's what he was destined to do. He was destined to die. Realistically, he should not have been alive, but he lived, and that's what Berserk is. It's him living, life, through death. That's what Berserk is. You are not a victim of fate, or you're not a victim to fate. Where do you think I got that quote from? If you watch my Berserk content on my Twitch stuff, anyone that watched those, you probably didn't. It's fine. No one really did. But if you watch my videos back, at the end I say you are not a victim to fate. Where do you think I got that from? Berserk. It's just a goat. No other story that I know of will overtop Berserk. Villain Saga is amazing. That's number 2 on my thing. I wanna read it because I watched the anime. I watched all of it. I wanna read it. I love Villain Saga too. Villain Saga does not disappoint, but it's something about Berserk that no other story holds, in my opinion. Maybe I haven't read that many stories yet, which is definitely the case. But for now, Berserk is one of my all-time favorites, by far. That is the only anime that I will ever have posters of, like, let me not say only. I mean, you do see the Naruto poster right there, so I got that years ago. So I'm not just gonna say only, but that you'll see me get figures and stuff. I guess you could say, like, I could see myself getting a figure off of Berserk, like a Guts figurine or like a Casca figurine. Definitely, she's my babe. Number 1. I was thinking about this. I was gonna do like a tomboy tier list, because I did a femboy tier list. We gotta show some love to some tomboys. You know what I mean? So like, I gotta do some tomboy tier list. Like, I don't know much tomboys. That's the thing. But I'm gonna do that. She's definitely number 1 for tomboys. Number 1. She's wife material. If I can put on a tier list, Casca is wife material. I love the way that they built on a character. Just like Guts, it's kind of like they built off of her trauma. She's not only just a woman for woman's sake. She is a woman. Like, she is a strong, independent woman that is the co-leader of the Band of the Hawk. Not the co-leader. I forgot what she is. But she's the team leader, basically, I guess you could say. Second in command behind Griffith. Like, and Guts, I think. But like, she is like a dignified woman. Like, she can hold on her own. She is her own character. Her own black, feminine character. And I love that. The strength that she holds. Like, she is wifey. Like, I don't see me just cracking. I'm cracking for sure, but you gotta get that ring on your finger. She has so many qualities that she's a tsundere too. And I don't really dabble with the tsunderes. Into that, oh, I hate you. Like, like Rem and all that stuff, and Taiga from Toradora. I don't really like those. I mean, I do. It depends. But like, she's the only exception of wife material. You know what I mean? I do like tsunderes, actually. I like tsunderes. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, no. Don't even get me started on Casca, bro. Like, I could do a whole video about Casca, but like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm repping Berserk all day. Like, I will suck Berserk off until it dies. Like, recipes of Kento Miura. I probably pronounced his name completely wrong. But yeah. I could go on for hours, but like, I want it to be too long as it is. But not for hours, but for a good hour, I would say. But I was just reading and trying to really analyze again, because Berserk is still going and the new chapters are finally flowing. We got 2 chapters in 1 year. That is unheard of. So like, I gotta try to reread in physical form. You know what I mean? Like, cause I read everything. I read all the chapters years ago. I reread it. I get back to it. I stopped before, but I'm going back to it. I'm trying to like get the volume. The deluxe editions. You know how much those cost? They're like $50 a buck. Yeah, I paid $54 for that for volume 4. Yeah, they're not as they should. Honestly, I'm surprised that they're not more expensive. But Yeah, no, honestly, that's my Berserk rant. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I forgot to say how I got into it. So basically, my friend Godfrey, right? I was looking for something to read, and I saw Berserk like edits of it online. It was like it was calling to me. You know what I mean? I've never had a story that did that. It was like I saw like I don't see. Well, no, I see Berserk edits now, but like I saw one Berserk edit. I saw the guy. I saw Guts before, but I never knew who he was. I was like, oh, that kind of looks cool, and then scroll back past it. Then Godfrey, he knew more about it. He read it. He didn't finish it though. He told me about it. He got me into it. He stopped when the eclipse happened, and that's understandable. That's what everyone else that is not that is normal basically stop. They stop at that point, which is understandable. That's when it gets real. But yeah, no, yeah, he told me about it. I was like, it sounds interesting. I was really intrigued when he was telling me about Griffith and like basically the guy, like all this stuff, telling me about. I was like, whoa, it sounded cool to me. And so I started to read it. I was in love with the first page. First page, I was in love. And let me ask you the first page, but the first Black Swordsman arc, in love. Then the Golden Age arc happened, amazing. And then the arc with that butterfly girl, I forgot what it's called. I think it's the I forgot what it's called, but yeah, nah. The Golden Age is obviously my favorite arc, obviously. But it's either that or the one after that one, when he gets like kind of dark, and when he meets Lady Rize, or not Rize, Lady. Oh, I forgot. Dang, you see what I mean? I gotta reread it, bro. I'm starting to forget, bro. We can't forget, bro. We can't forget the goats, man. Anyway. Oh, Lady Fierce. Lady Fierce. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's one of my favorite characters too. Her character development is great. Derived off the religion, you know, but and her faith. And I really like that. How they test it. But anyways, so that's really it though. That's really it. Cause I do have to I don't gotta edit this video for real, but you know, why not? Nah, actually I'm gonna leave it. I always do. Anyway, don't worry though. After this PC is gonna come, bro. Like it's gonna pause. Whoa, it's gonna like you know what I'm trying to say. Like it's coming on its way. It's almost done. I just need the SSD, bro. Graphics card can come later, but I just need the SSD and we goated. I can finally use it. I can install Windows and use it. I'm using this nasty, brassy ass computer. I don't like it at all. And thank you, mom, for the computer because she's the one that gave it to me in the first place. Honestly, but like a PC would be much better. It would be an upgrade. I will say that. But anyway, that's really it. Yeah, today was fun. Today was fun. A little tiring, but the first time in a while where I get to hang out with the boys like that, you know. So, like all of us, I mean. Well, besides Aaron. Shout out to Aaron too, but yeah. Anyway. That's really it. I hope you liked the wig, and I hope you liked the video. You know what I mean? This was July 4th, 2026. It is 5:54 p.m. And I appreciate you guys for joining the journey in general. Not even just for the challenge, but in general. But yeah, for the challenge too. You know what I mean? You know, it's never too late to join the harvest. But anyway, that's it, harvest. I hope you have a good evening. I hope you have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my 5th video of posting every single day for my birthday month until the 31st. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but yeah, the videos are titled July 1st, July 2nd. I think you're getting the memo. Like I'm posting every single day for my birthday month for real until the 31st. But every single day, daily uploads. Anyway. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely real. I almost didn't record today. I mean, I did record technically, you know, with the you know what I mean, stuff of me hanging out or whatever. But I almost didn't follow through, bro. I was like, I'll wait. I was being lazy, but like I was like, nah, bro, we gotta keep going, bro. It's only the 4th day, July 4th. We're not even at my birthday yet. And it's the 18th, so. Yeah, we're almost there, bro. We're almost there. Almost there. Clap it up for 5 days. Or 4, sorry. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you for watching. And I love you guys. And remember to love yourself. And remember to drink your tea.